A fatal shooting caught on a cell phone in Lafayette, Louisiana last night is drawing the attention of state police and protesters. We want to warn you, the video is disturbing. We do not know what happened before the recording starts, but it appears to show Trayford Pellerine at a gas station. And state police say he was armed with a knife. The 31-year-old is seen walking away from officers. We don't see the actual shooting, but we do hear multiple gunshots. Officers used a taser on Pellerine before the shooting, but they say it was ineffective, and he was pronounced dead at a nearby hospital. I am joined now by Katie Gagliano, a reporter for the Acadiana Advocate, and on the phone is Devin Norman, an NAACP Young Adult Committee Chairman in Louisiana. Good afternoon to both of you. Katie, let's start with you. What have you been able to find out about what led up to the shooting?
Yeah, so like you mentioned, details are still very sparse. Louisiana State Police has taken over the investigation as they do. It's a standard when there is an officer-involved shooting in Lafayette. We know not too much beyond what you've already said, that essentially police were called to a disturbance at a gas station. They found Mr. Pellerine with a knife, and he evaded police. He walked across essentially what was a split highway and down about a little less than half a mile to a different gas station convenience store, and that is where the video picks up. We see Mr. Pellerine walking towards the door of the gas station. They said that they deployed tasers, but they were ineffective, and then you hear gunshots ring out, at least 10. And that to date is as much as we know so far. Community members are really looking for more information, and they really want to know if enough was done to de-escalate the situation in that roughly half-mile walk.
And Devin, I understand that you knew Trayford. Can you tell us about him? And also, what do you want to know about how police tried to de-escalate and what led up to the shooting?
Yes, I knew of him. I didn't know him personally, but I would be around him very often in my neighborhood. And he was someone who I knew as quiet, kind of to himself, reserved. So when I saw the video on last night, I was very disturbed because I saw someone who probably was scared with everything that we've been experiencing, not only in this country, but right here in our own city, as we've been fighting racial injustice and everything else. I'm sure that the climate that we're in now in this city could have contributed to the reason why someone would not want to submit to the police in that way.
Devin, what can you tell me about protests that are going on in that area this evening?
So today, we haven't been calling it a protest. We're deliberately calling this a call to action. And today at 5 o'clock, the community is going to convene here. I'm actually on location where he was killed. And so the community will be here today. They will hear from community leaders, also national leaders as well. We believe will be out speaking against what has happened. And we are demanding justice. We are demanding transparency from the Lafayette Police Department and the state police who have taken over the investigation. They have promised us that they will be transparent to the community. And while this is personal, this is something that as a community leader, we always fear could happen in our community. A lot of people say not in Lafayette. This would never happen in Lafayette. And on last night it did, and we are devastated.
Katie, it's pretty typical for departments to place officers on leave after fatal shootings. Is that what happened here?
Yes, the interim chief, Scott Morgan, said that the officers involved, he couldn't say exactly how many at the time, but that they have been placed on leave with pay.
Katie Gagliano and Devin Norman, thank you both for being with us today. We'll continue to follow this story.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.